Dr. Yogan, where are we with regards to, and I mean fairly and honestly, where are we with regards to the receptiveness of the youth and saying I'm HIV positive and I will adhere and I will take my medication, and also this test and treat campaign? Is it really delivering the results we hoped it would? The government has a lot of challenges. Sometimes certain stations are out of medication. So tell us on the response of the youth and their adherence levels, as well as the challenge for medication to work if a person has passed the first stage, the second stage, and now they're on this third stage of medication and there isn't any. Tell us about some of those cases.
So the good news is that the youth are being very responsive, and we can see this in the condom use amongst the youth. Condom use is actually highest amongst the youth population of South Africa, and that's good because that the youth, because they're not in stable relationships, most of them, they have multiple partners. We would like to, of course, discourage them from having multiple concurrent partners. And, of course, when they have partners, multiple or singly, they should condomize consistently and safely. So that's the first thing. So youth are condomizing, and we'd encourage them to continue to condomize. And the new Max condoms that we released from the Department of Health with different colors and scents have proved to be very popular with the youth. We are going to be rebranding the female condom because we also think we need to make female condoms more available to give people more choices, and also to empower females and young women in particular, so that they have a device that would also protect them, not only men. So with on that score, I think we're doing well. On the issue of treatment, we are beginning to test more young people, but the rate is still lower than we would like. The encouraging news, as the Deputy Minister announced this morning, is that young people on campuses, on university and TVET colleges are beginning to test. But we would like the out-of-school youth to test as well. And we would also like, working with the Department of Basic Education, to start testing on a voluntary basis high school students, because we know that they are also sexually active, many of them, and they are also therefore vulnerable to HIV. So we've done a fair amount of work, but there's still areas that we need to strengthen with respect to the youth. With respect to youth on treatment, once they get HIV and are positive and have to go on treatment, we are able to get them on treatment, but one of the challenges we have is adherence to treatment. So we need to have far more social support systems and stronger support systems for the youth, so that they can stay on treatment. As you know, it's a chronic disease, so you have to take your treatment every day. The key issue there is support from parents, caregivers, and partners of the youth. Now, of course, the youth, we know, like social media, so we would like to also see how we can use the social media, cell phone apps, to encourage the youth and remind the youth to take their medication every day.
What is happening with we're talking prevention, we're talking treatment, but we're not talking cure. What's happening in the health space of things, in the research space of things? How far are we, would you say, from reaching the cure?
Unfortunately, we're not anywhere near finding a cure. What we're closest to doing is finding what's called a functional cure, which means that our viral load testing at the moment will not find the virus, but you will find the virus hiding in what are called reservoirs in the body, which means that people are not cured, but they don't have any of the symptoms of HIV. And in a very few instances, like the very famous people that were found to be having antibodies that fight the virus, but they are in such small minority. We have not yet figured out what makes them invincible against the virus. The key issue is abstinence, being faithful, taking precautions as far as we can, and of course, if you're positive, take treatment, because you will also, if you're positive and take treatment and your viral load is suppressed, prevent transmitting to other people. Vaccine, there's a lot of work going on. There are 2 clinical trials currently in South Africa looking for a vaccine. There's microbicides, that will empower women as well, vaginal rings, for example. But we're not anywhere close to finding a vaccine that is 80% effective. Right? That's the challenge.
Like Okay, so if you're saying that a person who is on medication and who will be, administered, yes, what are the percentage, just for local people to understand, what is the kind of percentage ratio of safety when a person is on medication or the viral load is suppressed?
So if the viral load is undetectable, you know that it's going to be very difficult for that person to transmit the virus. But we would still like those people to use a condom, right? Or be circumcised if they are men.
What's the percentage like?
So the percentage is probably around 5%, around in that region. So it's very low, right? But as long as there is any possibility of transmission, one should take other precautions as well. And that's why we're talking about dual protection. You protect yourself by using 2 or 3 methods and protect your partners by the same.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.